Happy Bank Holiday Monday, everyone. If you're a Star Wars fan, may the 4th be with you. This is just a little extra bonus video for you to keep you occupied today. I've had to go handheld mode for these because the box is enormous. An extremely long box of 20 Santa lights by Premier. We've recently seen this design on another set of lights. You can see that set of lights up there. There is a small holographic sticker of a dragonfly on this box. I don't know why. I'll leave it there to stop it from being damaged. Plug included. Attached to it are issues, but we'll get to them soon enough. And that's all you get on the sides. And then on the underside, we have our particulars. I've had to switch to Black Magic Cam to get rid of the flicker. So they are bayonet fit shades. You've got the traditional tulip shade as a demonstration. And you can see there, they are push-in bulbs. Completely standard specifications. 12 volt, 1.1 watt. And then the fuse bulbs are 12 volt, 1 watt. And if you wish to pause the video and read all this, feel free. Still got the plastic window, a little bit loose though, but that's okay. Anyway, these are Santa headlights. They're called Santa lights. Pifco do a set of Santa lights. This is what they look like. These were probably one of the very first sets of thick cable lights I ever saw. A family member had bought a set of these and I recently acquired them actually. They are in pieces, so we'll get back to them another day, but this set is complete, all boxed, everything is in place. What have we got here? Some minor particulars. 1994 Premier decorations with all your particulars again in case you lose the box. These are a little bit on the grubby side. There's a smell reminiscent to really old cigarette smoke, but not really a bad smell of cigarette smoke on them, if you know what I mean. These ones are in a slightly better, cleaner condition. This one has a little bit of a mark on it, but I don't know if that's from the factory or it's been picked up with. But as for the molds are really nice. Obviously you get a big seam line on them. There's a vent hole which is unceremoniously punched out by something. But they're quite detailed. You get the red hat, pink face, blue eyes, and a little bit of a dab on the lips. And there's a little bit of lipstick on his moustache there, so he's been up to no good. The bulb holders have a ribbed texture to them. And there we go. So they are bayonet fit shades, but they're not particularly good. The other set that I have, which I was gifted to by a family member, these shades were always falling off, so they're hit and miss. This is a white base bulb. Let me just check the next one. Yes, all the bulbs are white based. They should be 2-prong feet bulbs. Yep, they are. These are some of the first ones I ever saw. So this is the start of the thick cable 2-prong feet era of bulbs, which we're still going up until the last batches of incandescent lights. The braiding is okay. It could probably do with a little finesse as it's come away here as it goes closer to the plug. But this is the main problem. This set of lights has been extended with a piece of really thick 3-core 240 volt extension cable. This is something that you would find on a cable reel or as a caravan hookup. It does have a plug. It's a modern-ish plug, or up to modern standards, with protection on the pins. It says it's got a 3-amp fuse fitted, and I'm not sure who the maker is. I don't know if it's ASA or this mark here, I'm not too sure, or if it's RG, but it has a plug. But we need to make this safe. It's been attached with a chock block. At least they went through the effort of putting insulation tape on it. I've seen much worse. So this is what we have, really badly wired. If it wasn't for the insulation tape, you'd get a nasty shock off these lights. Now, that being said, I have used chock blocks to extend sets of lights before, and I will leave a link in the description below, or quite possibly a link up here, to a terminal block that you can use to extend your lights. They're available from Toolstation. It's a plastic enclosure. You put one cable in from one end, it's got a cord grip, and there's an opposite cord grip on the other side, and they're attached in the middle with a chock block that is screwed down, and then the whole thing is enclosed for extra protection if you feel necessary that you need to extend a set of lights or any other electrical item. Other than that, just use an extension cable. So that's that. The screw is absolutely mullered. No idea what they did with this plug. And to resort to using a flathead just so I can get a bite. There we go. And we do have a 3-amp. They've cut off the earth cable, terminated it here and on the other end because obviously it's not been needed. So this is about just over a metre long. It won't go to waste, it'll get used for something else. And while we're here, we'll do a little bit of braiding just to keep the cables together and stop it from unravelling. So I've got the braiding going through and it's at its flattest point underneath the cord grip, so I will cinch that down to stop it coming loose again. So there we go. These lights are now 100% safer. I'll just switch to Blackmagic camera. There you go, that's a bit better. They are a nice warm white glow. They are not majorly bright. they're not that warm. And these bulbs are not that bright, they're glowing quite cool. They're not even that hot. So these should last a really long time. They're burning nicely, nice and efficient. There's some great detail on these when they're lit up. You can really see the wrinkles. But there's not much else to say about them. So there you go, there's our set of 20 Santa lights by Premier. There's not much wrong with them, we've made them safer, they all work, they're in the box. Depending on the condition of the other set I have, if they can be salvaged and put back into use, I will keep them, and these will probably be up for sale. But they're a fantastic set of lights, 1994 vintage, 32 years old, and still going strong. A little bit of blue tack on some of the bulb bases, a little bit of patina here and there. But besides that, they're in good condition. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all on the next one.